What is going on, guys? Yet again, welcome back to another War Machine TV. This is Angel, your host. Hope you guys are having a great day and a great weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying everything with everything that's going on with all the superheroes that we've been having with Marvel and DC, Amazon Prime coming out with Invincible, and all these other animation and live actions. Star Wars and Star Trek and all this sci-fi comic book history and the comic book culture has grown really immensely, and everybody's just having a great time. But there is a comic book company out there that a lot of people don't pay attention to much, and it was really big back in the 2000s. One of my favorite, and it had one of my favorite artists in there, Jim Lee, that really is one of my favorite. He did the 90's X-Men that everybody loves in the comic book era. His art is one of the best artists that I ever seen. That I love the way he draws, and I love the way he does everything with the characters. Would be Image Comics. And Jim Lee, Image Comics came out with like 3 or 4 different uh, inside company. We had a Wildstorm. That Wildstorm pretty much had some of the best comic books. It had Wildcats, it had Backlash, it had Grifter, it had some great Gen 13, Dev 8, Wetworks. That was really amazing comic book. Wildcats was one of my favorites. It had best characters. It had Voodoo, it had Lauren Imp, it had Spartan, Zealot, Grifter, Maul, and Maul is pretty much like a Hulk type character. Is really big, really muscular. He had Warblade that is kind of a liquid metal. He used to form his arms in anything he wanted, but pretty much it was just like long. He was like the Wolverine type of the Wildcats. We had Spartan that was kind of the Cyclops type, but he was like a cyborg. Grifter, the gunslinger. Zealot, the assassin. And it was such a great comic book. They even did a cartoon back in the 2000s with Wildcats, and it was a pretty good cartoon. It was excellent comic book. And from then on, we had Stormwatch. That was another group of heroes. Had Battalion. It had Fuji. That was this Japanese big hulking monstrosity of a character. We have Backlash. That was one of my favorite characters from all the Wildstorm. I believe these would actually make a great live action. You could even take him over to like HBO Max, or Netflix could pick him up, or anything of that. Nobody really have mentioned a lot of these comic books. Like, dude, these comic books were great. They were really, really good back in the day. I used to love. I'm telling you, Wildcats is one of my favorites. But Rob Liefeld had his own little group. He got Prophet. He has Youngblood. He had all these other great characters in there. So this whole emerging comic book world that emerged, and I believe at one point in time, Image Comics became DC once Jim Lee came over, and the company just decided to like all the other creators. They went their different ways. Todd McFarlane did Spawn, that belonged to Image Comics, and Spawn became a movie. They had some animation in HBO. It was great. Spawn was actually good back when it was made. I can't wait to actually see Jamie Foxx has been talked to start off in Spawn. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna go, if they are gonna go over Spawn, and would that either be a movie or a series. But some of these characters like Backlash, you could actually make a series with Backlash. You can make a series with Grifter. You can make a series, if you don't want to make movies or you don't want to make a full universe, you could actually make these shows live action and would be great. Image Comics Wildstorm had some really good characters. Like, if you guys don't know too much about them, just go and find out. If you guys didn't know, I mean, some of the characters, like, look at this character right here. This is Backlash. Backlash, I'm telling you, one of the best characters. He had like a rope that used to come out like a Psylocke, but had a rope that came out on both sides, and he, oh man, it was such great characters. These are the characters that I love to watch, and I would love to see either an animation or an anime or even a live action that I would love to see. These characters are just epic. If you guys never seen Image Comics, you guys should look up Image Comics. I know that Image Comics is still going out there, but I'm talking about like the early work, 2000 Image Comics, Wildstorm with the Wildcats and Young Blood and Stormwatch. Those comics were awesome, and I believe there will be a really good live action series or movies and do your own universe. That would be awesome. What do you guys think? If you guys do know more about Image Comics, do you guys know about Wildcats and or any of those characters? Which from those comic books back in the day in the 2000s, which one would you love to see in a live action or anime situation or animation? Let me know down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the notification so you guys know when my videos come up. And I will see you guys next time. Like always, peace.